Yes, I want my new baby puppy Prince, who I just adopted, who's 3 months old, I believe I told you on the phone, David. I just need him to get his manners well. He's only 3 months, so obviously now's a good time, and he's so sweet. Oh, I need him to get potty trained because he's not potty trained right now. I'd love for him to be able to sit, stay, come, walk, you know, play with other dogs. I want him to be social. I need him to be able to, I would love to set up puppy play dates for him and Charlie, my other dog, who you've trained as well, just so that they are, you know, I also have a cat, so I want him to be able to be good with the cat. I'm sure he will be, though.
Perfect.
I need him to be able to come in when I call him in. And honestly, he's a really sweet puppy. Just, that's about it.
An exercise that I do with Prince every day, sit, is this mat exercise. And the way I do it is I'll put the mat down, I'll go get him, he's on a leash. He only gets to go on, he loves this exercise. Whoa, it's a leaf. Okay, keep going. He's very jumpy and skittish, as you know, but he's calming down. I mean, the training's helping a lot, so you'll see. So he loves doing the mat thing, so you need to make sure that he gets your permission to go on the mat. So you walk him up to the mat, he's on a leash, obviously. You have him sit, and he's going to be on your left with your right hand. You see how it's loose? He's really sitting. You're not holding him, restraining him. You're never restraining him. So it's a loose leash, and you say, go to your mat and down. And as you walk over with him, when you say go to your mat, you walk over with him, you say down, he's going to plop right down there. And then you're just going to do this little exercise where you do, like, first you'll just start out easy. You step out in front of him. I'm about 7-8 feet away, except if I extend my arm. It's a 6-foot leash, so that's about that distance. And then, good, you come back to him, give him a reward, and then you start doing things that are a little bit harder for him to handle, like walking to different sides like this, or walking all the way around him. Always work up to the hard stuff. Just kind of start off with little basic warm-ups. And the beauty of this exercise is that whatever he learns on the mat, he can do without the mat. And then he gets a reward. See how I'm just coming like this? So I come up to him with the reward, my hand just swings in like that. Nope. He has to wait. Nope. 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 Make sure he really waits. No. Nope. You might have to do that a few times. No. No. If he touches your hand, you pull back and say no. 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 Nope. Nope. No. Nope. No. No. Nope. 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 Good, until he waits that way. So you might have to do it a few times, but he's extra excited because we have a camera person here, and you know, he gets very excited for all kinds of little tiny reasons. Also, when I'm talking more, he's going to be more excited. Make sure he stays. You can just nudge him back with your hand. Nope. Good. See, after that first little exercise where I just showed him, I'm not giving you that treat until you wait, respectfully, until I leave it there and withdraw. So now he's in the zone. He gets it. He's on track now, and I can just reward him. Nope. Maybe I have to do that once or twice. No. Good. He starts to wait after a while. He gets into the zone. He calms down. He settles down. Good. See, that's about respect as well. Like respecting you enough to not grab the food out of your hand, to not touch your hand. Good. Take it off the mat as you withdraw. Make sure you say good when you do that. And this little exercise, just 5 minutes a day. If you don't have 5 minutes, do it 3 minutes. Just do it quality. Quality is what matters, not training for long periods of time. Just, it's a calming place for him. Nope. Good. Make sure you keep him honest. He has to wait until you place the reward in front of him, and then you withdraw, and then he takes it off the mat. Just that in itself, just making him exert self-control to play the game by the rules, and that's one of the rules, calms him down. You do this every day? Good, and you see he starts to calm down. You see how he's calming down on the mat as opposed to the way he was a few minutes ago when we first started this exercise? And all you're doing is just walking around. This is what I want you to do at first. Just do this thing where you just practice a solid downstay as you walk all the way around him. If you wanted to drop the leash, I'm going to do that right now, and keep the camera on him. Walk way to the other end of the yard. Now just turn towards me, to your left, show where I am. All the way over here, like 20, 30 feet away. And once you're comfortable with what I did for a few minutes, then you can start doing other things that are more difficult for him to handle. Always good, still rewarding the same way. When you're done with that exercise, you pick up the leash. He only leaves the mat one way. So you come back next to him, you say, okay. He comes off the mat, you say, sit. And then out of a sit stay, pat his chest and say, go, and he's free. Just do that every day. Use a bath mat or something, just as long as it has a rubberized bottom, because most likely you're going to do it on a slick floor, tile or wood or something like that. If you use a towel, or something that slides, it's just going to all scrunch up. It's not going to work well. So you can use one of these training mats you can get from me, or a bath mat with a rubberized bottom, and it's a sacred place. You only use it for this exercise. You put it down when you're about ready to do it with him. As soon as you take him off, you pick it up because you don't want him running back on it and hanging out. The power of this mat is that he only practices one behavior on this mat. Therefore, he gets really, really good at it really quickly. And we're going to show you how he can do it because of practicing the mat since day one. Now he can do it without the mat. Down. So without the mat, we're still having to help him just a little bit. You probably saw I just kind of lightly stepped on the leash as I said the command. But once he's there, see how he straightened himself out because he's supposed to be straight, and that's the way he always does it. He just did it on his own. So the good thing is that the stay is solid. Good, which is it's usually the other way around. Maybe they'll go down, but then they pop right up no matter what happens. And it's this part that's difficult, that was really difficult for him, walking behind him, and it is for a lot of dogs. So we got that down. Good, and once again, we're after the byproduct of practicing this way. When he gets released and he's on free time, every day that you do this kind of stuff with him, he's just a little bit calmer every day. We want him to start soaking up this calmness that he has to take himself to every time that he's in a downstay like this. Because it takes a lot of focus on his part to stay here and not jump around, especially him because he's such a jumpy little dog. Good, and that's why we make him wait to get the reward and all that kind of stuff. So just wanted to show you the downstay, how to do that without the mat. And of course, it's the same rules. We want to be able to drop the leash and walk away or do something else. There's a bunch of things going on around us. It's an industrial area, so there's all this stuff going on outside the fences and the gates, machinery and things happening. So lots of distractions. He's doing really well. But if I drop the leash and walk far away, he's going to stay there until I walk back. Good, and of course you want to continue doing this. Do what I'm doing here at least once a day. Even if you just do it once a day, then he's going to keep getting better. And once he's perfect and he won't make a mistake in a certain location of your house or your yard, then start practicing in another spot so that over time he gets better and better because you practice in a bunch of different places. Just like the mat, he's waiting for you to walk back next to him, pat your leg and say, okay, sit. Have him sit and always release him from a calm sit stay. Loose leash, never restrain him. Go, he's free. Okay. Sit. So when I said the command, SIT, he went right there. you sat. If he ever didn't when you told him to sit, just pull up with the slightest amount of pressure. And it's not jerking like this and trying and then giving up and trying again. It's just a little bit of constant pressure. His butt will hit the ground, then you release it. And we're showing you the sit command in the context of introducing him to a new person, or actually he knows this person, but also it's the greeting routine is what we call this, and we practice it every day with different people. And we incorporate the sit stay and a couple of other parts of the training into it so that he's actually doing the commands and he's slowly sliding on his rear feet back because it's kind of slippery cement here. So we incorporate these commands into a real life situation, and in order for him to stay calm, and I just gave the person a treat, and he knows that he wants that treat, he likes the treats, he knows he has to be calm and wait for me to come back and pat his chest and say, go say hi, and he goes and he gets petted and he gets the treat, and then I say, come. Call him back to me. Good, that's the come command. You see, when I call him to come, I call him to this target, a closed hand, and I say, come. Good, he comes to me, I grab the leash, he gets the treat. Everything happens at the same moment. His little nose touches my hand, it opens up, he gets the reward, I grab the leash in my left hand because this little guy will grab the treat and run off. So you have to do that every time. And if, for example, sit, see how I'm doing the SIT right there? Just make sure all he knows is he heard it once, he ends up there. That's why he does it most of the time without help now. But of course, I'm talking a lot and we got the camera person there, so he's a little bit distracted. But just always do it that way. You never repeat a command. You only practice with a leash. He is not off-leash trained. Off-leash training is a very high level of training, so you're only practicing with a leash unless it's an emergency. So that you can gently but firmly reinforce the command with only saying it once. And I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to go like this, and at the same moment, sit. So you don't say, most of the time when you're practicing, you're not going to say sit, wait for him to ignore you, and then pull up. Just do it all at once. So that all he knows is you heard it once, and he sits as he's listening to you say the word. Okay, so that's the best way to practice the sit. And then stay is built into sit, just like stay is built into down. You notice that I did not say stay any of the times that I put him in the down. Now he's itching. Nope, he's a hyper little puppy, so sometimes you're gonna have to say no. And see how I walked into him and reset him and put him back. So you're gonna have to do that sometimes. And then we have this greeting routine that we're doing. Go, he's going to go back again. Come. Good. If he doesn't have the leash on for some reason and you need to call him to come to you, this time, instead of grabbing the leash like I did last time, this time, I hooked my fingers underneath his little collar. Just whatever you do, don't have him come to you, take the treat and not, make sure that he's secure with you, and just let him take the treat, because he'll probably turn around and run off, because he'll learn to do that very quickly. And actually that's what he did when I first started training him. So I haven't even given him the chance to do that this whole time, because I don't ever want to see him do that again. So I always do it like that. If you've got the leash on, grab the leash and have him sit at least like that, and then go, send him back again. Good boy. Come. Good. Or if he's off leash, make sure when he's eating the treat, you hook your fingers under that collar, so that you could just pick him up or whatever you need to do. And then he'll get used to the fact that that's the way it always works, and you won't have really an issue with him running off. So that's the greeting routine. The greeting routine, by the way, makes him teaches him how to not jump on people. There's no reason to jump in the greeting routine. The hands are down there. There's a treat down there. The only reason that he would jump is because people stand there and ignore him, and the dogs all learn that if they jump up, people start correcting them and talking to them and saying off and things like that, and pushing them away and saying their name, and they get attention for jumping. That's why the jumping starts. So make sure that the person gives him a treat, or at the very least is down there to pet him, because if the hands are already there, there's no reason for him to jump. He's getting everything he wants. They're after your hands. If he does start to jump, it's no. Take your hands away and say no. And he'll start learning that the jumping actually makes all the attention stop. So that's why we do the greeting routine this way. And he keeps slipping back. He's funny. He keeps slipping back on his hind legs on this smooth cement. So we're going to end this little exercise right now because you can only focus for so long. Okay.